Do this once and watch how people treat you differently. Most people think respect is earned through words, achievements, or how much money they have. They're wrong. Respect isn't given. It's taken. It's in the way you carry yourself, in the way you move, in the way you make others feel your presence without even trying. The second you understand this, you will stop being ignored, underestimated, or treated like you don't matter. Do this once, and watch how people look at you differently. Watch how they listen when you speak. Watch how they hesitate before challenging you. Look at the world's most respected figures, elite leaders, billionaires, warriors, and negotiators. Do you think they beg for respect? No. They command it without saying a word. There's a reason powerful people are treated differently. They don't just exist in a room, they control it. And today, I'm going to teach you how. Most people make the same fatal mistakes. They think respect comes from talking more, from trying harder, from proving themselves. That's why they fail. The truly powerful do the opposite. They let their presence do the work for them. And once you master these psychological techniques, you will shift the way people see you instantly. 1. The power of the silent entrance. Most people enter a room the wrong way. They rush in, immediately talking, laughing too loudly, making noise, desperate to be acknowledged. They think being noticed means being powerful. But true power doesn't seek attention. It attracts it. Think about the most powerful figures in history. Leaders, warriors, elite CEOs. Do they barge into a room trying to prove themselves? No. They do something entirely different. They control the moment they enter. They don't rush. They don't fidget. They don't seek approval. Instead, they take their time. They move as if the entire room already knows who they are. And most importantly, they observe before they speak. Here's what makes this technique so powerful. The second you pause and scan the room before saying a word, something shifts. People feel it. They sense your presence before you even acknowledge them. And in that brief moment, you create psychological dominance without lifting a finger. This is why high-level strategists, world-class negotiators, and even military leaders use the 3-second rule when entering any room. How to apply this instantly. The next time you walk into a room, whether it's a meeting, a social gathering, or even just a casual hangout, do this. Stop for a brief moment at the entrance. Not enough to be obvious, just enough to collect yourself. Let your eyes slowly scan the space. Don't rush. Make eye contact with a few key individuals, not in a threatening way, just in a way that signals awareness. Feel the room before you act. Before you smile, before you speak, just exist. Let them register your presence before you give anything away. What happens next? You'll notice something strange. People will start reacting to you differently. Some will turn their heads toward you. Others will shift their posture, subconsciously acknowledging you. The energy in the room will subtly adjust, as if you just changed the entire dynamic. It may seem like a small detail, but it's not. The way you enter a space dictates the way people will treat you for the rest of the interaction. Walk in seeking attention, and you'll always chase it. Walk in owning the moment, and attention will chase you. 2. Control your blink rate. Weak people blink too much. It's a subconscious signal of nervousness, insecurity, and stress. The powerful? They blink slowly, deliberately. They control the rhythm of their body, and in doing so, they control the room. When someone tries to intimidate you, don't flinch. Don't blink excessively. Instead, slow your blink rate. Let your eyelids drop lazily, as if you are in complete control of yourself. This is a subconscious signal of dominance. The moment you do this, the other person will start to second-guess themselves. They will become uncertain. They will blink faster because suddenly, they're the ones under pressure. 3. Own the space you stand in. Most people shrink themselves without even realizing it. They cross their arms, they shift their weight, they look around nervously. This screams insecurity. A powerful person moves differently. When they stand, they don't fidget. Their weight is planted firmly. Their body is open, relaxed, unshaken. When they walk, they do so with gravity, as if the ground itself belongs to them. Try this. The next time you're standing, Feel your feet sink into the floor. Imagine that nothing could move you, no matter what. This simple change will make you radiate power, and people will feel it before they even understand why. 4. Master the art of silence. Weak people fear silence. They rush to fill gaps in conversation. They blurt out unnecessary words just to avoid awkwardness. Powerful people, they use silence as a weapon. When someone asks them a question, they don't answer immediately. They pause. They let the silence stretch. This does two things. It makes the other person uncomfortable, forcing them to prove themselves. It makes everything you say next feel 10 times more important. Try it. The next time someone asks you a question, pause for 2 full seconds before answering. Watch how they lean in. Watch how they start to doubt themselves. That's control. 5. End conversations on your terms. Most people wait for permission to leave a conversation. They linger. They let the other person dictate when it's over. This makes them look lower status. A powerful person decides when a conversation ends, and they do it subtly. How? They shift their gaze slightly away before the other person finishes their sentence. They give a small nod, turn their body slightly, and act like they're already moving on. This sends a psychological message. I have given you enough of my time. It forces the other person to value your presence more. Because in that moment, they realize they don't control you. You control them. 6. The exit glance that leaves people thinking about you. Most people walk away, and they're forgotten. Powerful people do something different. Right before leaving, they pause for a brief second and glance back. Expressionless. Unreadable. This creates a psychological loop in the other person's mind. It makes them feel like there's something more to you, something they don't quite understand. And that feeling stays with them long after you're gone. This is why people obsess over high-status individuals. They create mystery. They don't give everything away. They leave people wanting more. These aren't just random tricks. These are the techniques used by the most powerful figures in history. And if you apply them, people will never look at you the same way again. But understand this. Body language is only the first step. True power isn't just about how you move. It's about how you think. If you want to go deeper, if you want to learn how to influence, manipulate, and control any situation, subscribe. Because once you learn this, nothing will ever be the same. Subscribe now. Stay average, or take control. The choice is yours.